Ian Rapoport from NFL Network's The Insiders on if he thinks Deshaun Watson can live up to his contract.
Well, let me bring up a couple caveats here. Yes, it is an expensive contract, obviously. Anytime you have a fully guaranteed deal, it is noteworthy, it is important. That was a great contract for Deshaun Watson. But as time has kind of moved on, he's gone down the quarterback ranking for highest paid. Now the 8th highest paid quarterback. So not a bargain by any means, but certainly not as crazy expensive as it was. As far as the fully guaranteed deal, quarterbacks almost never get cut. They actually get traded. So it's not like that if something terrible happened, the contract would stand in the way. But here's the other caveat. Before he got hurt last year, before he had that very strange shoulder injury that he actually played through, let it come back during, and then had surgery ending his season afterward, he was playing really well. He was showing signs of being that quarterback that they traded for, being that franchise superstar guy. Does sound like his rehab has gone well. It sounds like, if anything, they've had to pull him back. I expect him to be like his old self in training camp and finally pay off that big-time contract that the Browns gave him.
With that, let's welcome in Casey Kinnamon from the Barking Browns podcast. Casey, we've talked about this a lot, that contract. The guaranteed money. Now there is an example. Russell Wilson is an example of a guaranteed. Other than that, I don't remember one coming back. That was what Andrew Berry did to close the deal.
Yeah. It sounds like Ian listens to us. We've been saying this from the beginning when they did it. 2-3 years down the line, this is going to just keep slotting down and down. So now he's the 8th. So in theory, to live up to that contract, he has to be a top 8 quarterback. Coincidentally, that's what the Browns need him to be to go to the next level, is one of those top 8 quarterbacks. So this is definitely in the range of outcomes, in my opinion, to where value meets the contract finally, so people can quit beating that narrative down.
Yeah, the other thing is if he's on the field for 14, 15, 16, 17 games, I don't think there's going to be a question about it. The suspension was longer than anybody thought. I don't think anybody had 11 games as the suspension. That, that's his doing, I guess you can say. Nobody wants to be injured, and you can't hold an injury against somebody in football. Those things happen.
No, and he was trying to play through it, and then they had to let him know this could end your career.
Right.
Like save him from himself. He's a competitor. You think about everything he did in that final game against Baltimore with that injury already sustained. He's a gamer. And to Ian's point, like we talk about statistics for quarterbacks, and everybody boils it down to yards and completion percentage. He had the highest quarterback rating in the fourth quarters of games that he participated in. Like that's exactly what you need a quarterback to be, is in the fourth quarter, is be clutch and lead your team in crucial moments. And that's what he was doing, and it got cut short. Now you have to reset, let him come back, and then probably work off that dreaded word rust, and then get back to that groove, because that's where you need him to be. You need him to be elite in fourth quarters of games.
Yeah, that's my definition of a franchise quarterback. In the fourth quarter with the game on the line, can you go win the game? So we'll see.